Imagine for a moment that you possess the ability to influence and change the hearts of those you love, not through words, not through actions, but through the quiet, powerful force that is your imagination. This, my friends, is the telepathy of love. It is the secret to drawing someone closer, to making them stay with you not out of obligation, but out of deep, sincere affection. You see, love is not an external force that comes and goes. Love, like all things, is created within you. And just as your imagination shapes your reality, it also shapes the reality of the one you hold in your heart. You are not separate from the one you desire. There is no distance between you and them. The power of love, channeled through your imagination, connects you in a way that words or actions cannot. The moment you begin to imagine them staying with you, in your mind's eye, you align your world with that reality. And as surely as you are breathing, they will be drawn to you. This is not magic. It is the law of the universe, the law of imagination, the law of attraction. You create what you feel, and you feel what you imagine. You are the master of your world. There is no force more potent in shaping your life than the power that resides within your own mind. The moment you realize this truth is the moment you begin to see the transformation unfold before you. You have the ability to influence the minds, the hearts, and the actions of others, not through manipulation or force, but through the quiet, unseen power of your own imagination. The greatest power you possess is the power to project your desires, to send out signals into the world, and to draw back that which you wish to experience. But most importantly, you can influence the hearts of those you desire to be close to make them stay with you. Not through words, not through actions, but through the pure and simple force of love, a love that emanates from within and communicates to them silently, effortlessly, and unceasingly. This power is telepathic. It does not need to be spoken. It is not dependent on the circumstances surrounding you or the relationship you have with that person. This power transcends all barriers, for it operates on a frequency beyond that of the senses, beyond logic, beyond reason. The thoughts you entertain in your own mind, the images you hold, and the feelings you generate are far more influential than you might imagine. What you feel, what you truly believe, sends ripples through the ether, connecting you with others in ways you cannot always see, but that are no less real. Your mind is like a radio, broadcasting the frequency of your thoughts, and the world around you is a receiver. The person you desire to stay with you, the one you wish to keep close, is no different. If you focus your mind on them with love and affection, if you fill your heart with the belief that they are already with you, that they are already in your life in the way you desire, you send out a signal so powerful that it must return to you. The reality you create in your mind is the reality that will manifest. It may take time, it may not happen exactly as you envision, but it will come to pass, for that is the nature of the universe. Think of your imagination as a force that molds the world around you. You have been given this gift to shape your destiny, to influence and direct the flow of events in your life. You are not subject to the whims of others. You are not at the mercy of their actions. If you desire someone to stay with you, to remain by your side, you must first make the decision within yourself that it is so. You must feel it to the very core of your being, without doubt, without hesitation. You must become so certain in your heart that this person is meant to stay with you, that the very energy of your conviction draws them in. This does not require struggle or force. It requires only the power of focused attention and unshakable belief. When you send out the thought, the image, and the feeling that this person is with you, when you imagine them staying with you, you are casting a spell upon the fabric of reality. And as the universe moves, the conditions will shift to match the picture you have painted in your mind. But what happens when doubt creeps in? What happens when you wonder if it's working, if it will ever happen? That doubt is the only thing that stands between you and your desired reality. Doubt weakens the frequency you are broadcasting. It is like a mis-tuned radio that doesn't quite pick up the signal. You must learn to trust in the power of your mind and the power of your feelings. When you feel that person with you, when you hold them in your heart as though they have never left, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in their behavior. They will respond to the energy you are sending out. It may not be immediate, but the change will come. This telepathic power of love is the most natural force in the world. It is not something mystical or beyond your reach. It is as accessible as breathing. You are always communicating with the world around you, always sending out signals of your inner thoughts and feelings. The key is to send out signals of love, of certainty, of joy, and of fulfillment. When you do this, the person you desire will sense it, consciously or subconsciously. They will feel the attraction of your energy, and the bond between you will grow stronger, drawing them closer in ways you cannot fully understand. Never doubt the power of your mind. Never underestimate the power of your feelings. You are the creator of your experience, and the thoughts you entertain are the building blocks of your world. Focus on the person you wish to keep close, and imagine them staying with you, not because you need them, but because you are already whole, already complete, and your love for them is simply an extension of the love you feel for yourself. When you can hold that feeling, when you can generate that energy, you will see that nothing is beyond your reach. The person you desire will come to you, stay with you, and be drawn into the force of your love. This power is not a secret, it is a law. It is a law of attraction, a law of creation. What you give your attention to, what you believe in with all your heart, must come into being. And so, if you wish for someone to stay with you, you must first see them staying with you in your mind and feel the joy of it in your heart. That, my friend, is the key to making them stay. Imagine for a moment that you are a magnet, an irresistible force, capable of drawing to you everything you desire. This is not some distant fantasy, but a fundamental truth about the nature of your existence. You are constantly radiating energy into the world, whether you are aware of it or not. This energy is shaped by your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs, and it reaches out to connect with the world around you. You are never disconnected from the people, the situations, or the circumstances that appear in your life. All of it, every relationship, every encounter, every experience, is a reflection of the energy you are sending out into the world. And this energy is the key to keeping those you desire close to you. To make them stay with you, you must first understand that the power lies not in their actions, not in their decisions, but in your ability to create and project a feeling, an energy, a signal that resonates with them in ways that words or actions cannot. The truth is that everything around you is a mirror of your own inner state. What you see in others, what you experience with them, is a direct result of what you believe and feel deep within yourself. The first step in making someone stay with you is to truly believe in the power of your own mind. It is not about pleading or begging for attention. It is not about manipulating or controlling others. No, it is about understanding that your imagination, your thoughts, and your feelings are powerful enough to shape the behavior and actions of others. You are not a passive observer in this world, waiting for things to happen to you. You are the creator, the artist, painting the reality you wish to experience. When you think of the person you want to remain by your side, you must see them as already being there. You must imagine them in your life, staying with you, experiencing the love and connection that you desire. But more than just imagining the scenario, you must feel it with every fiber of your being. The feeling is the most important part of this process. You see, your thoughts are powerful, but your feelings are the fuel that propels them into action. When you focus on the person you wish to stay, imagine them there with you and feel the joy, the contentment, the peace that would come with their presence. You are sending out a signal so strong, so magnetic, that it cannot be ignored. This is where many people falter. They imagine the person, but they do not feel. They think about the situation they desire, but they do not embody the emotional state of already having it. The power to draw someone close lies not in the thinking alone, but in the feeling of fulfillment. When you align your mind and your heart, when your thoughts and feelings are in harmony, you create a vibrational frequency that cannot help but attract the person to you. Think of yourself as a transmitter, constantly sending out signals into the universe. You are always broadcasting your thoughts and feelings, whether you are aware of it or not. The key to making someone stay with you is to send out the energy of love, the energy of warmth, the energy of belonging. You must hold that person in your mind as someone who is already with you, someone who desires to be with you, as much as you desire to be with them. The moment you hold that vision in your heart, the moment you feel the gratitude of having them near, you are sending out an invitation for them to stay. But here's the important part. You must not be attached to the outcome. You must not be desperate for the result. If you approach this with a sense of neediness or fear of loss, you will only push the person further away. Attachment to the outcome creates resistance, and resistance prevents the natural flow of energy from working in your favor. When you let go of the need for them to stay and trust in the power of your own imagination, you create a space where the person is free to choose to stay with you, and their decision will feel natural, effortless, and aligned with the energy you have created. It is important to understand that the process is not about forcing or controlling another's will. It is about aligning your own energy with what you desire and trusting that the universe will bring it into your experience. When you focus on creating the feeling of already having them in your life, when you embrace the joy, the peace, and the connection of that reality, you create the circumstances in which that person can only stay with you. They will respond to the energy you are sending out, and without even realizing it, they will feel drawn to you. This is not a manipulation, it is the natural result of the law of attraction at work. So, every time you think of them, every time you imagine their presence, you must imagine it as real. You must see them staying with you, and feel the peace and the love that come with that. Do not doubt that your thoughts and feelings are powerful enough to shape the reality around you. When you truly believe this, when you live in the certainty that your energy has the power to influence and shape the lives of those around you, you will see that it is not only possible for them to stay, but inevitable. The process is simple. Imagine, feel, believe. Your thoughts, when combined with the right feeling, create a magnetic force that will draw the person you desire closer to you. The universe does not work in complicated ways. It responds to the energy you project. When you align that energy with love, peace, and certainty, you create the conditions for them to stay with you, for they will be drawn to the energy of love that you have created. Trust in your own power. Trust in your ability to create the life you desire, and you will see that the person you wish to stay with you cannot resist the pull of the love and energy you have sent into the world. You are not just a passive observer of your life, a mere bystander waiting for things to unfold. No, you are the architect of your reality. You have been gifted with an incredible power, a power so immense that it can shape your world in ways you cannot even fully comprehend. The power to influence, to create, and to change everything around you lies in your hands. And when it comes to relationships, especially the ones you desire to keep close, this power is no different. It is not dependent on the actions of others, nor is it controlled by circumstances outside of your control. The key to making someone stay with you lies in your ability to focus, to imagine, and to feel. The most important thing you must understand is that the world around you, the people in your life, the situations that arise, are all a reflection of your inner state. They reflect your thoughts, your beliefs, and the energy you put out into the world. If you want someone to stay with you, you must first understand that the relationship you desire is already here, in the realm of your imagination. Your imagination is the bridge between the world of thought and the world of reality, and by focusing on the reality you wish to experience, you send out a powerful signal to the universe, a signal that will return to you in the form of actions and events that align with that desire. Now, many will say that they have tried this before and nothing has happened. They have tried to picture the person staying, to imagine the love and connection they want, but still, nothing changes. But the truth is that the key to manifesting your desires is not merely in imagining the outcome. It lies in your ability to sustain that imagination with unwavering belief and certainty. You see, the energy you put into your thoughts and feelings is what brings them into physical form. You must not only picture the person staying with you, but you must feel it. You must allow yourself to experience the emotions as if it is already true. The feeling is what activates the imagination. When you picture the person you desire, do not simply see them, feel them. Feel the warmth of their presence, the comfort of their love. Feel the connection that binds you together, as if it is already present in your life. When you embody this feeling of already having them in your life, you are sending a clear and powerful message to the universe that this is your reality. The energy of your emotions becomes a signal that resonates with the frequency of the world around you, and it cannot help but attract the person to you. But here is where many falter. They picture the person staying with them. They feel the love, but then doubt creeps in. They wonder, what if it doesn't work? What if they don't stay? That doubt, that uncertainty, is the very thing that blocks the flow of energy. Doubt sends out mixed signals, weakening the power of your imagination and turning the frequency you are emitting into one of resistance. You must learn to let go of doubt, to trust in the process, and to live as if what you desire is already in your life. This is the real secret to making them stay with you. The more certain you are that they are already there, the more powerful your energy becomes. You see, the universe does not respond to neediness, to desperation, or to fear of loss. It responds to the energy of certainty, to the energy of knowing. When you project that energy, you create a powerful pull that draws the person you desire closer to you. It is the law of attraction in action. Imagine you are a magnet, sending out a signal of love and certainty. The more you believe in the power of your imagination, the more you believe that the person you desire is already with you, the stronger the pull becomes. The person will feel the attraction, whether they are conscious of it or not. They will begin to move in the direction of that energy, responding to the signal you are sending out. And it is not just their actions that change, but the entire dynamic of the relationship shifts to align with the energy you have created. But the key is consistency. It is not enough to imagine the person staying with you once and expect everything to change. You must make it a habit. You must live in the constant state of knowing that what you desire is already happening. Every time doubt arises, replace it with the feeling of certainty. Every time fear creeps in, replace it with the knowledge that the person is already in your life, staying with you, just as you have imagined. When you make the decision to live in the energy of already having what you desire, you stop looking for external validation. You stop needing the person to confirm that they will stay with you. Instead, you become the source of your own fulfillment. You realize that you do not need anyone to make you whole, because you already are. The person you desire to stay with you is simply an extension of the love and completeness you already feel for yourself. And when you live in this energy, when you embody the feeling of already having what you desire, you will notice that the person you want to stay with you will respond to this energy. They will be drawn to you. They will feel the magnetic pull of your certainty, and they will stay with you because it is the natural result of the energy you are sending out. The person will not resist the love, the certainty, and the connection that you have created in your own mind. The power to make someone stay with you lies not in their actions, but in the energy you project. You are the creator of your reality, and the thoughts you think, the feelings you feel, are the building blocks of your world. When you imagine and feel that the person is already with you, when you live in the energy of certainty and love, you create the circumstances that must bring them to you. The person you desire will stay, because that is the natural result of the energy you have created. Trust in your ability to create the life you desire, and know that everything you need is already within you. The person you want will stay, not because you want them to, but because the energy of love and certainty you are radiating cannot be denied. The world you experience is not a random series of events. It is a reflection of the energy you emit and the thoughts you entertain. Everything in your life, especially your relationships, is a result of the energy you project into the world. This is not an abstract concept. It is a profound truth about the nature of reality. If you want to make someone stay with you, to keep them close, you must first understand that it is not about convincing them through words, actions, or manipulations. The key to making them stay lies in your ability to create the feeling of already having them in your life, to live as though they are already with you, and to radiate that energy out into the world. Imagine for a moment that you are a magnet, and the energy you send out is the force that attracts everything in your life. You do not have to force anything. You do not have to chase or control. Instead, you must focus on cultivating the right energy within yourself, knowing that when you send out this energy, the universe will respond in kind. This energy is the key to bringing the person you desire into your life and keeping them there. It all starts with one simple truth: you must feel as though they are already with you. So often, people focus on what they lack, what they don't have, who they wish they could be with, or what isn't working in their lives. But this focus on lack only serves to attract more of the same. You cannot create the reality you desire by focusing on what you do not have. You can only create by focusing on what you already possess, what you already feel, and what you already believe is possible. If you desire for someone to stay with you, you must stop seeing them as something outside of you, as something that you need in order to feel whole. Instead, you must see them as already being a part of your life, as an extension of the love and energy that you already possess within yourself. This is where the true power lies, in the ability to feel and embody the energy of what you want. When you imagine the person staying with you, do not just picture them there, feel them there. Feel the warmth of their presence, the connection between you, the comfort of knowing they are with you. The emotional intensity you give to your thoughts is what brings them to life. When you generate the feeling of love, of peace, and of connection, you are creating a magnetic force that cannot be ignored. It is the law of attraction in its purest form. What you feel, you attract. Now, many people mistakenly believe that they must control the actions of others in order to make them stay. They believe they must change the other person, make them see things their way, or convince them through words or gestures. But the truth is that you cannot control anyone else. You cannot manipulate the behavior or thoughts of another person. What you can control, however, is your own thoughts, your own feelings, and the energy you radiate. The person you desire will respond to your energy, not to your actions or words. The key is to generate the energy of love, certainty, and fulfillment, and to live in that energy consistently. When you focus on feeling as though the person is already with you, when you align your thoughts and feelings with the reality you wish to experience, you are sending out a signal to the universe that must be reflected back to you. You are the creator of your experience, and the energy you project is the force that shapes your world. The more you embody the feeling of already having what you want, the more you will see that reality manifest in your life. But this is not something that can be done intermittently or half-heartedly. It requires a level of consistency and belief that most people fail to understand. It is not enough to imagine the person staying with you once or twice, and then wonder why nothing has changed. You must live in the feeling of having them in your life all the time. You must make it a practice to see them there with you, to feel the love and connection as though it is happening right now. The more you practice this, the more you send out the signal, and the more powerful your energy becomes. And as your energy strengthens, so does the pull you have on the person you desire. This is the key to making them stay living in the energy of certainty and already having what you want. It is not about chasing after them. It is not about pleading for their attention. It is about knowing deep within yourself that they are already with you. It is about cultivating the feeling of love, of connection, and of peace, and sending that energy out into the world with confidence. When you can do this consistently, when you can live in that energy without wavering, the person you desire will be drawn to you. They will feel the pull of that energy, and they will respond to it in ways that may surprise you. The universe does not respond to force or manipulation. It responds to energy. When you can align your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs with the reality you wish to create, you will see that reality come to life before your eyes. The person you desire to stay with you is already on their way. They are already being drawn to the energy you are radiating. All that is required of you is to trust in the process and to continue living in the energy of already having what you desire. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your energy are the keys to bringing them into your life and keeping them there. You are a powerful creator, constantly shaping your reality with every thought you think and every feeling you feel. The world around you is not random, nor is it controlled by outside forces. It is a direct reflection of the energy that you send out into the universe. The relationships in your life, especially the one you desire to keep, are no different. If you want someone to stay with you, to remain by your side, you must first recognize that it is not about manipulating or convincing them. It is about aligning your energy with the reality you wish to experience and understanding that the universe always responds to the energy you project. Imagine that every thought you think and every emotion you feel is like a wave sent out into the world. These waves ripple through the fabric of reality and draw to you people, situations, and experiences that match the frequency of the energy you are emitting. If you want to make someone stay with you, you must first recognize that the power lies within you, not them. You are not at the mercy of another person's actions, nor should you rely on them to create the conditions you desire. The power to keep someone close is entirely within your control, and it begins with how you choose to feel and what you choose to believe. The most important thing to understand is that your imagination is the key to shaping your reality. The world around you is not made up of physical objects or random occurrences. It is shaped by the images and emotions you hold in your mind. The person you desire to stay with you is no different. They are, in essence, a reflection of your inner state, of the energy you project. To make them stay, you must first see them as already with you. You must create in your imagination the feeling of having them in your life, of having them by your side, and live in that feeling as though it is already true. This is where many people go wrong. They see the person, but they do not feel them. They imagine the relationship they want, but they do not embody the emotions that come with it. The feeling is the missing ingredient. It is not enough to simply picture the person staying with you. You must feel it in your heart as though it is happening right now. Feel the joy, feel the peace, feel the love. The more you can generate these emotions, the more you activate the energy that will bring that reality to life. The power of this process lies in the emotional intensity with which you approach it. It is not about passive visualization. It is about living in the feeling of already having what you desire. When you feel the emotions of love, of peace, and of connection, you are sending out a powerful signal to the universe. This signal is magnetic. It draws people, situations, and experiences that align with the energy you are emitting. The person you desire to stay with you will feel this energy, even if they are not consciously aware of it. They will be drawn to it, and it will be as though they cannot resist the pull of your energy. But here is the key to making this work. You must live in the certainty of it. You must believe, with every ounce of your being, that the person is already in your life, that they are already staying with you. Doubt is the enemy of creation. The moment you begin to question whether this process will work, you weaken the energy you are sending out. When you live in the certainty that what you desire is already true, the universe has no choice but to reflect that belief back to you. This process is not about force or manipulation. It is not about trying to control the other person or their actions. It is about aligning yourself with the energy of love, certainty, and fulfillment. When you radiate this energy, the person will naturally be drawn to you. You will not have to chase them or convince them to stay. They will feel the strength of the energy you are emitting, and they will naturally gravitate towards it. Understand that you do not need the other person to make you whole. You are already whole. The desire for the person to stay with you is not about need, but about the expression of love and connection. When you approach the relationship from a place of already feeling complete, you are not seeking validation or approval from the other person. Instead, you are simply sharing the love, the joy, and the peace that already exist within you. And when you share that energy, it creates a space where the person can choose to stay with you, not because they are forced to, but because they feel the pull of that energy, the pull of the love you are sending out. The most important thing you must remember is that the process is not one of struggle or desperation. It is a process of alignment. It is about aligning your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs with the reality you wish to create. When you align yourself with the energy of love, certainty, and peace, the person you desire will respond to that energy. They will feel it, and they will be drawn to it. It is the law of attraction in action. So, every time you think of them, every time you imagine them staying with you, you must live in the feeling of already having them. You must feel the joy, the peace, and the love of having them by your side. The more you feel this, the stronger the energy becomes, and the more magnetic the pull becomes. You are not begging or pleading for them to stay. You are creating the conditions in which they are naturally drawn to stay with you. Trust in the process, and trust in the power of your own energy. You are the creator of your reality, and the world around you responds to the energy you emit. When you radiate love, certainty, and peace, you will see that the person you desire will be drawn to you. They will stay with you, not because you have to make them, but because the energy you have created is irresistible. You hold within you the ability to create the world around you. Every thought, every feeling, every image you entertain in your mind has the power to shape your reality. This is not some distant or fantastical concept. It is the very essence of how the world works. You are constantly influencing the events, the circumstances, and the people in your life through the energy you send out into the world. The relationships you desire to nurture, the people you want to keep close, are all affected by the energy you radiate. If you want to make someone stay with you, to draw them into your life, you must first realize that the key is not in their actions, but in the energy you create within yourself. It all begins with a simple yet powerful truth. You are the creator of your experiences. The world around you is a mirror, reflecting back to you the energy you project. The person you want to stay with you is not an external force or a separate entity, but a reflection of your inner state. The more you focus on the feelings of already having them in your life, the stronger the energy becomes that draws them closer. They are not separate from you. They are an extension of the energy you put into the world. If you want to make them stay, you must first learn to see them as already present in your life. The power of your mind lies in your ability to imagine, to visualize, and to feel as though what you desire has already come to pass. The moment you align your thoughts and feelings with the reality you want to create, you begin to send out a signal to the universe that this reality is already true. You are not waiting for the person to choose to stay. You are already living in the energy of them staying with you. The process of manifestation is not just about thinking positively or wishing for something to happen. It is about feeling the emotions as if what you desire is already here. You must embody the feeling of already having them by your side. This feeling is what attracts them to you. It is the emotional frequency you emit that causes them to feel drawn to your energy. The more you feel them staying with you, the stronger the pull you create. This is not a mental exercise, it is a visceral emotional experience. When you live in the feeling of already having them, the universe has no choice but to respond in kind. Most people fail to realize the power of their own emotions. They think that external circumstances dictate their feelings, but the truth is the opposite. Your feelings are what shape the circumstances in your life. When you feel love, certainty, and peace, you send out a powerful signal that begins to attract more of the same. If you want someone to stay with you, you must first generate the feeling of love and connection in your own heart. You must live in that energy consistently. It is not about waiting for them to prove their commitment. It is about living as though the commitment is already there, and feeling the fulfillment of that commitment in your own heart. One of the greatest challenges that people face when trying to manifest their desires is doubt. It is natural to wonder, what if it doesn't work? What if they don't stay? But the key to overcoming this doubt is to recognize that doubt itself weakens your energy. It is like sending out mixed signals into the world. When you are uncertain, the universe mirrors that uncertainty. Doubt disrupts the clarity of your intention and causes resistance in the flow of your energy. To make someone stay with you, you must live in the certainty that they already are. You must stop questioning and start knowing. When you know in your heart that they are already by your side, that they are already with you, you send out a frequency of certainty and confidence that cannot be ignored. This process requires practice and discipline. It is not enough to just imagine them staying with you once or twice and then expect immediate results. You must commit to living in that energy every single day. Every time doubt arises, replace it with the feeling of already having them. Every time fear creeps in, remind yourself that you are already in the relationship you desire. The more you live in that energy, the more the person you desire will be drawn to you. This is not about controlling them. It is about controlling your own energy and becoming the embodiment of the love and connection you seek. The key is to remain consistent. It is easy to slip into old patterns of thinking, to doubt the process, or to focus on what is not happening. But when you focus on the feeling of having them with you, and you live in that energy consistently, the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring that reality to you. The person will feel the pull of your energy. They will be drawn to you in ways that may seem almost magical, but it is simply the law of attraction at work. You must understand that the relationship you want is already happening in your mind. The more vividly you imagine them staying with you, the more emotionally engaged you become with that vision, the more you will draw it into your life. The process of making them stay is not about waiting for something to happen. It is about embodying the energy of what you want and living as though it is already true. The power to keep someone close is not in their actions, but in the energy you create within yourself. The more you live in that energy, the more the world will reflect it back to you, and the person you desire will stay with you, not because you forced them to, but because the energy you are emitting naturally attracts them to you. Trust in the power of your own energy. Trust in the power of your imagination and your emotions. When you create the energy of already having them, when you live in the certainty that they are staying with you, you become a magnet for that reality. The person you desire will stay with you because they will be drawn to the energy of love, peace, and certainty that you are sending out. This is the natural law of attraction at work, and when you align with it, you will see the results unfold effortlessly in your life. You are not a passive participant in your life. You are the creator, the orchestrator of every experience, every relationship, and every circumstance. What happens to you, how others behave around you, is a direct reflection of the energy you emit. You may not always be conscious of it, but everything in your world is shaped by the inner vibrations you project. If you wish to make someone stay with you, to draw them into your life and keep them close, you must first understand that the key lies not in manipulating or controlling their actions, but in transforming your own inner state. The way you think, feel, and believe will either invite the person you desire into your life or push them further away. The power of the mind is immeasurable. It is the driving force behind every experience you have. Thoughts are not just fleeting mental images. They are the raw material from which your reality is formed. The world is, in essence, a mirror, reflecting back to you the images you hold in your mind and the feelings you associate with them. If you want someone to stay with you, you must first begin by creating that reality within yourself. The mind does not know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. Therefore, when you imagine the person staying with you, and you feel the emotions of them already being there, you are beginning to bring that reality into being. When you think about the person you desire, do not focus on their actions or behaviors, but instead focus on the feeling of them being with you. What does it feel like to have them by your side, to share your life with them? What emotions do you experience when you picture their presence? These emotions are the key to attracting them into your life. The power of your imagination lies in its ability to generate the feelings associated with what you want. It is not enough to just visualize the person staying with you. You must feel it as though it is already happening. The feelings of love, contentment, and fulfillment you experience in that moment are what send out the signal to the universe. Your thoughts may paint the picture, but it is your emotions that breathe life into it, making it real and tangible. The more vividly and intensely you can feel the emotions of having the person with you, the more you create a powerful magnetic field around you. The law of attraction operates on this principle, like attracts like. The energy you emit will attract circumstances, events, and people that match your vibration. So, when you feel the emotions of already having them, you are aligning yourself with the very thing you desire. The universe must respond. The person will feel the pull of this energy, even if they are unaware of it. Their actions will begin to mirror your own energy, and you will begin to notice subtle shifts in their behavior. They will be drawn closer, not by force, but by the magnetic power of the energy you are sending out. But there is one important thing you must remember. You cannot force this process. The desire to make someone stay with you must come from a place of love and certainty, not from a place of need or desperation. When you approach the situation with neediness, the energy you send out is one of lack and fear. And when you focus on lack, you attract more of it. If you are constantly worried about losing the person, or if you believe that you need them to feel complete, you are sending out signals of insecurity. These signals repel what you desire. The key is to transform your inner state, to believe that you are already whole, already complete, and that the person is simply an extension of that wholeness. When you come from a place of already feeling fulfilled, you are sending out an energy of abundance, and this is what will draw the person to you. One of the most powerful aspects of this process is the act of living in the energy of certainty. You cannot be uncertain about the outcome and expect results. You must know with absolute confidence that the person is already staying with you. The moment you begin to doubt, the moment you begin to question whether or not they will stay, you disrupt the flow of energy. Doubt sends out mixed signals and weakens the force of your desire. You must learn to trust in the power of your imagination and the power of your feelings. When you feel as though the person is already with you, when you truly believe it, your energy shifts and the world around you must conform to that belief. This process is not something that happens overnight, nor is it something that happens passively. It requires commitment, discipline, and faith. It requires that you maintain the feeling of already having the person in your life, even when the external circumstances suggest otherwise. Every time doubt or fear arises, you must replace it with the feeling of certainty and love. The more you practice this, the stronger the energy becomes, and the more likely it is that the person will stay with you. Ultimately, this is a process of alignment. The person you desire is not separate from you. They are a reflection of the energy you are sending out. When you align yourself with the energy of love, certainty, and fulfillment, you create the conditions in which they are naturally drawn to you. It is not about manipulating or controlling anyone. It is about aligning yourself with the energy that attracts what you want. The more you live in that energy, the more the person will respond to it. And eventually, they will stay with you, not because you forced them, but because the energy you are emitting is one that cannot be denied. Remember that you are the creator of your reality, and the power to shape your world lies within you. When you focus on the emotions of already having what you desire, when you align your thoughts and feelings with the reality you want to create, the universe must respond. The person you desire will stay with you, and they will stay because you have created the space for them to do so. Trust in your ability to manifest your desires, and know that everything you need is already within you. The world is a reflection of your inner state, and when you change your inner world, your outer world will change accordingly. Every experience you have, every relationship you cultivate, is a reflection of the energy you are radiating. This might sound simple, yet it is one of the most powerful truths that govern the universe. You are not a passive player in this world, waiting for things to happen to you. You are an active creator, constantly shaping your reality through the thoughts you think and the feelings you feel. This means that you have the power to influence and attract those around you, to draw people into your life and keep them there. Not through force or manipulation, but by mastering the energy you send out. When you desire someone to stay with you, the key is not in trying to control them or make them stay through your actions. It's about transforming your inner world, adjusting your energy, and aligning your feelings and thoughts with the outcome you want. The most important thing you must understand is that the universe does not respond to words alone, nor does it respond to your efforts to control others. It responds to the energy you project, and that energy is determined by what you believe, feel, and imagine. If you want to make someone stay with you, you must first create the inner reality that they already are with you. Your imagination is the tool that shapes this reality, and your feelings are the force that gives it life. The more vividly and powerfully you can feel the presence of the person in your life, the more you attract that reality into your world. It's not about what you say or what you do externally, it's about the energy you project internally. The moment you align your thoughts and feelings with the certainty that the person is already with you, you begin to send out a signal to the universe that must be reflected back to you. Think of it this way: your thoughts and emotions are like a frequency you are broadcasting out into the world. The clearer and more consistent the frequency, the stronger the pull it has. If you are constantly thinking about the person you want to stay, but feeling unsure or insecure about it, you are sending out a mixed signal. The uncertainty in your thoughts weakens the power of your energy and makes it harder for you to manifest the reality you desire. To make them stay with you, you must align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs into a clear, unwavering signal of certainty. This is where many people go wrong. They may imagine the person staying with them, but they don't fully embody the feeling of it. They might think about it for a moment, but then doubt creeps in, or they let fear of rejection cloud their belief. The key is to maintain the feeling of certainty that what you want is already true. When you live in the energy of already having them in your life, when you feel the joy, peace, and connection of them being with you, that energy becomes magnetic. The person you desire to stay will be drawn to it, whether consciously or subconsciously. They will begin to respond to the energy you are sending out, and they will feel the pull of that love and connection. The power of your feelings cannot be overstated. You may think that by merely imagining the person in your life, you can create the reality you desire. But what truly brings this imagination to life is the emotion you attach to it. It is not just about creating a mental image, it's about living in that image, feeling the emotions as though they are already happening. The more you immerse yourself in the feelings of joy, love, and connection, the more you send out a frequency that resonates with what you want. This frequency attracts the person you desire, pulling them closer to you until they cannot resist the energy you have created. But this process requires patience, persistence, and trust. You must not expect immediate results. The universe responds in its own time, according to the strength and consistency of the energy you are emitting. This is where many falter. They may try to control the situation by focusing on their desire too much, constantly thinking about it, obsessing over it. But that only weakens the energy. You must approach this with calm, with confidence, and with certainty. You must live in the energy of already having them in your life. And when doubt arises, you must replace it with the belief that what you desire is already done. This process is not about manipulating others. It is about aligning your own energy with the reality you wish to create. The person you want to stay with you is a reflection of the energy you are putting out. When you send out love, certainty, and connection, you will begin to see that reflected back in their behavior. You do not need to force them, to chase them, or to convince them. The key is to become so aligned with the feeling of already having them that they will naturally be drawn to you. The energy you send out is the force that shapes the reality around you, and it is the key to making the person stay. You must also understand that this power is not something that is limited to just one person or one situation. This is the fundamental law of creation. When you align your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs with the energy of love, certainty, and fulfillment, you can create any reality you desire. The person you want to stay with you is simply part of that reality. When you approach this with an unwavering belief in the power of your own energy, you will see that the universe will respond in ways that will make the situation unfold exactly as you wish. In the end, the power to make someone stay with you lies in your own hands. You are not dependent on their actions, their choices, or their feelings. You are the creator, the architect of your own reality. The person you desire will stay with you, not because of anything you have done externally, but because of the energy you have cultivated within yourself. When you live in the energy of love, certainty, and fulfillment, you create the conditions that will naturally draw them to you. Trust in the process, trust in your own power, and know that the world around you is always a reflection of the energy you send out. When you align yourself with the energy of already having them, the universe must respond, and the person you desire will stay with you. In the end, the truth is simple yet profound. You are the creator of your reality, and the energy you project is the force that shapes your experiences and relationships. If you wish for someone to stay with you, the key lies not in their actions, but in the energy you cultivate within yourself. By mastering your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you become a magnet for the very reality you desire. When you live in the feeling of already having them by your side, with love, certainty, and unwavering belief, the universe has no choice but to respond and reflect that energy back to you. You do not need to chase, control, or force anything. The person you desire to stay with you will be naturally drawn to your energy, because when you align with the frequency of love and fulfillment, you create the space for them to remain in your life. Trust in your own power and understand that this process is not about manipulation, but about alignment. The person you wish to keep close is a reflection of your inner state. As you change your inner world, the outer world must shift accordingly. Every thought, every feeling, every belief has the potential to shape your reality. And when you understand and harness this power, you become the true architect of your life. So trust in the power of your imagination. Feel the emotions of already having what you desire, and live in the certainty that your world is always reflecting the energy you put out.